Hi, Matt Smith here. I am just wanting to do this video on family search indexing. I am just recording a video right now. Um, just kind of wanted to give this an introduction to people who are new to indexing and kind of help them out as far as what they can expect. Um, so I have my family search indexing page up right now, and this is what it will look like when you first go in for you as well. You'll go into the main page here and you'll see file view tools help and all the main regular stuff that you do on any page. And the three main areas that you'll be concerned with are my work, my messages, and my personal goal. Now, these three areas are very important. My messages are actually messages from the headquarters, from Family Search Indexing, telling you kind of new things that are happening or things of interest that you need to be aware of or things that need to be done. Over here you have three tabs. You have my goals, my history, and indexing links. The indexing links are important resources that you can look into on your own, but my goal, you can actually set yourself a goal for each week or however long you want it. You can just click on my set new goal and then come over here, click the down arrow, and it will actually bring up a calendar. I actually have a goal going right now, April 11th to April 17th. I wanted to have 90 records indexed. I already have 250, so I exceed that goal. Yay for me. Not really, but anyway, you can set your own goal. That's a really good way to kind of pace yourself, because setting a goal is very important in this. You need something to motivate you. That's a simple way to do it. Now, the next most important part of this is the My Work space of this page. You have several buttons here. You have a download batch button, you have a work on batch button, submit batch button, and return batch button. The download batch button, let me show you what happens when you click this, is when you click download batch, it brings up a list of projects for you. Now you can adjust this box however you want it by coming down here to the corner, but it will tell you the project name, the description, the level of difficulty, and how many points, and it explains what points are over in this box over here in the My History tab. But you can look at that later. But it will always bring up, see how this one says highest priority? It will always highlight that one first when you come into the download batch screen. You'll always highlight that one first because that's the one that they need done first. I already have one that I'm working on, this Ohio Federal Census, so I'm not going to download a batch right now, so I'm just going to hit cancel. But if you do want to download, you just hit OK and it will automatically download it for you. Now you have these three buttons here. You have work on batch, submit batch, and return batch. And that's pretty self-explanatory, not difficult there. If you want to work on this batch, you select to highlight it, select a batch up here. You can download several batches at a time. But you select the batch that you want to work on, click on work on batch. Now if you are done working on this batch, you can click on submit batch. You can see on here, you see the little box that pops up, I've completed entering the data for this batch. So that's when you click that button. It also works with I want to help by entering data for this batch. So that's when you click on work on batch. Return batch, I cannot do or do not want to finish this batch. Now this button, you just use at the end. And honestly, you don't even have to finish a batch. If you don't feel like working on a batch, send it back. Someone else will work on it for you. So don't worry about it. Don't feel guilty about not finishing it, or if it's too difficult, don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. Just send it back and download another one that will help. That will be easier for you. This one actually I got. It was partially done. I'll actually show you what it looks like right now. Oops, I clicked the download batch. Wrong one. Work on batch. See it, and it shows this box opening up batch. It will take a minute, but it will open it up for you. Now let me just show you where we're at. Now, when I got this batch, you can actually see down here, there's actually three boxes here as well. You have the main document itself, you have the data entry area, and then you have these four tabs over here. First one is a field help tab. That corresponds with wherever you are over in this data entry area over here. You see how it changes with whatever box I'm in. See how it changes? This over here will change with this. So this tab is actually very important because it explains to you exactly what needs to be going on over here every time. So like, I mean, you can see right here, we are in the line number column, which corresponds with this column over here on the actual document. And you can see it says type the line number that was written or stamped on each record. If the line number was not recorded or contains a variation of unknown, press Control B to mark this field as blank. So that's the instructions. If you ever have a question of what you need to do over here as far as data entry, look over here. It will tell you. Or even up here as you're up in the document. Keep this field help tab open all the time. Okay? This next one is quality checker. The quality checker you really won't have to worry about until you're all done indexing the document. Or if you want to send it back, if you're going to actually send it back before it's done, hit this button right here called Complete to Server, just over here in this area. Has a little check mark on a piece of paper. Submit completed work to the server. That's the only time you'll see quality checker. You don't really need to do it as you're indexing the document. It will happen at the end automatically, so don't worry about that one. The project information is just simple information about the project that you're working on. It also contains very helpful information, description of the records, account for every record on the page to make an entry. So you have some very helpful information over here. Image navigation is pretty self-explanatory. The shaded area on this image is what you're looking at up here, so you can actually move that around with your mouse however you want. Now, I'm just going to leave it up there. Oops, right there. There we go. Okay, so go back over here. We're going to start indexing this document. Now, when you open up your first document, you're going to have this information right here, header data on this tab. The very first thing it asks you is image type. Now, what that's referring to, you can look over here, look over in your Field Help tab, and it says describe the image above. To do this, click on the image type field, which is this field right here. Click on the down arrow at the right side of the field, select an option from the list. Now you see these different options here. You have normal, blank image, duplicate image, no extractable data image, and unreadable image. Now these are very important. Blank image, duplicate image, no extractable data image, and unreadable image, you're obviously not going to be able to index any information from those. So if you look up here and you just, I mean, there's nothing up there, you're going to have to just select one of these and send it back to the server, and then they'll take care of it. This one looks pretty good. You know, you can read everything's readable. There's no like big marks on it that are ink marks or anything like that. So this is pretty readable. So we're just going to keep it at normal. The county is the next actual it's the next actual field. So you come over here and you see the county of the census was recorded in the upper left hand corner of the image. It's right up here. You can see the word county right here. Hamilton is the county, so that's already in there. That was what the other indexer did. The sheet number, I don't see a sheet number up here, and you won't either at first, and that's because it's in the upper right corner of the image. Again, if you don't see it up here, or if you have a question, look in your field help box. So you're going to have to scroll over, and there it is, sheet number. Right there, so sheet number 12, and the letter is A. That's where it will always be on these census documents, is right up in the upper right-hand corner. So it's A, it's already recorded. So if you, and another important thing is you can actually hit tab through all the fields over here, and it will automatically take you to the next field that you need to go to. So tab on your keyboard, it's on the left-hand side. Very simple to do. Now, something else that I want to show you really quickly, because I'm running out of time, is this little highlight here. You see the blue highlight? That is actually supposed to correspond to these fields over here. Now obviously it is off kilter, so we're going to have to adjust that. You come up here, click the view button, and click adjust highlights. And then after you do that, this little field comes up whenever you come down here, and it has all of the different items that you'll be indexing, and it has this red box. Now you can actually come up here and you see the little two-headed arrow. You can adjust this box to be right around the document that you are going to be indexing, right around the area of it. So you just click and drag. Very simple. You want to keep it a little bit outside of the actual lines for the document so it will line up correctly. And voila. And so you can see now it's lined up correctly with the number 1.